Beginning Latin, Lesson 1 by John Edmund Bars. Recorded for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 1. Read by Nicholas James Bridgewater. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Lesson 1. Pronunciation. 1. The alphabet. The Latin alphabet is the same as the English, without J or W. 2. Letters sounded as in English. The following letters have the same sounds as in English: P, B, T, D, K, L, M, N, R, F, H, X, Q, U. 3. Long and short vowels. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, Y. When plenty of time is taken to pronounce a vowel, the vowel is said to be long. When the pronunciation is hurried a little, the vowel is said to be short. Long vowels are marked thus: A with a macron, E with a macron, I with a macron, O with a macron, U with a macron, Y with a macron. Short vowels are marked thus, or left unmarked. The latter is the method regularly followed in this book. 4. Sounds of the vowels. The sounds of the vowels are as follows: A with a macron, like the second A in aha. A, like the first A in aha. E with a macron, like A in they. E, like E in then. I with a macron, like I in machine. I, like I in pin. O with a macron, like O in holy. O, like O in obey. U with a macron, like double O in pool. U, like U in pull. Y with a macron and Y have a sound which may be uttered by shaping the lips, as if to say oo, and then making the sound e. 5. Exercise. Pronounce the following words according to the rules in 2 to 4. 1. Amabam, petebant, liber, liber. 2. Orator, quod, utebamini, quorum. 3. Tyranni, militem, rex, infero. 6. Diphthongs. The diphthongs and their sounds are as follows: AE, like AI in isle. AU, like OU in house. EI, like EI in 8. EU, like EU in feud. More exactly, like eu pronounced rapidly, the A being sounded as in they. OE, like OI in oil. UI, like ui, or we. Other combinations of vowels, as AI, EO, etc., do not form diphthongs, each vowel being pronounced separately, as in aulai. 7. Exercise. Pronounce the following: hai, autem, deinde, heu, boina, huic. Remaining sounds. Pronounce C as in cat, G as in get, I consonant, In some books, J is written for I consonant. This is merely a matter of convenience, as Latin had no letter J. Usual sound between two vowels, or at the beginning of a word when followed by a vowel, like Y in you. S, as in so, not as in has. V like W. Z like DZ. CH like K. PH like F. BS like PS. BT like PT. Doubled consonants should both be sounded, contrary to the custom of English. Thus bellum is pronounced distinctly bellum, not bellum. 9. Exercise. Pronounce the following. 1. Ketegi. Yam. Amas. Hik. Seek. 2. Godza. Zama. Chorus. Urps. 3. Philosophus. Obtineo. Caesarem. Cicero. 10 syllables. A Latin word has as many syllables as it has vowels and diphthongs. Thus, praesidium has 4 syllables. Prae, si, di, In dividing a word into syllables, a consonant between two vowels belongs to the second, as rexeramus. The last syllable of a word is called the ultima. The syllable before the last is called the penult. The syllable before the penult is called the antepenult. 11. Accent. A word of 2 syllables is accented on the penult, as illud, erat. A word of more than 2 syllables is accented on the penult if the penult is long, as amabam, poteramus. If the penult is short, the accent falls on the antepenult, as amaveram, potuerant. 12. Rules of quantity. The quantity of a syllable, that is, its length, may often be known by means of simple rules called rules of quantity. Thus a syllable is long when it contains a diphthong, as Caesar, or when it contains a long vowel, as regina, antiquus, or when its vowel, even if short, is followed by 2 consonants, or a double consonant, x, z, as exoriuntur, catullus. b. A syllable is short when it contains a short vowel followed by a single consonant. Aberrant is a compound, ab-erant, and does not follow the rule of 10 in its division. Aberrant, confici. Or when its vowel is followed by h, or by another vowel with which it does not form a diphthong, c4, as contrahunt, subeo. 13. Exercise. Copy the following passage, marking the accent of each word according to the principles given in 11 and 12. Pronounce according to the rules in 1 to 12. Quo usque tandem abutere Catilina patientia nostra, quam diu etiam furor iste tuus nos eludet, quem ad finem sese effrenata iactabit audacia, nihil ne nocturnum praesidium palati, nihil urbis vigiliae, nihil timor populi, nihil concursus bonorum omnium, nihil hic munitissimus habendi senatus locus, nihil horum ora vultusque moverunt? Note: beginning on page 185 will be found additional exercises and questions on each lesson, except the reading lessons. These are intended to furnish material for classroom drill. It is not necessary that they should be prepared in advance, although pupils who have the time will find them a means of testing and improving their preparation. On the other hand, it should not be forgotten that these drill exercises are an essential part of the method of this book, and that they cannot be omitted without impairing its efficiency. End of Beginning Latin, Lesson 1, by John Edmund Bars. Beginning Latin, Lesson 2, by John Edmund Bars. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 2. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Nicholas James Bridgewater. Lesson 2. Subject and Object. 14. Subject and Object in English and in Latin. In English, Marius fears Sulla has a very different meaning from Sulla fears Marius. In Latin, however, Marius timet Sullam and Sullam timet Marius both mean the same thing. Marius fears Sulla. But if we change Marius to Marium and Sullam to Sulla, the meaning will be Sulla fears Marius, no matter how we combine the words. Thus, 1. Sulla timet Marium. 2. Marium timet Sulla. 3. Sulla Marium timet. 4. Marium Sulla timet. 5. Timet Sulla Marium. 6. Timet Marium Sulla, meaning Sulla fears Marius. From the above, it appears that while in English the subject may often be expressed by its position before the verb, and the object by its position after the verb, in Latin these things do not depend upon position, but on the ending of the word. 15. Case. When a word is used as subject, it is said to be in the nominative case. When used as object, in the accusative case. In English, the latter is generally called the objective case. There are other cases in Latin, the use of which will be explained later. 16. Case endings. Besides showing the case of a noun, as already explained, the endings also show whether it is singular or plural, as amicus, friend, amici, friends. 17. Declensions. There are 5 sets of these noun endings called declensions. Every Latin noun belongs to some one of these declensions, except a few which are called indeclinable and do not change their endings. 18. Gender. A. Nouns which are names of males are said to be of the masculine gender. Nouns which are names of females of the feminine gender. B. Many nouns which are names of neither males nor females are called masculine or feminine in Latin, according to rules of gender which will be given later. These nouns are said to possess the grammatical gender, while those in A are said to possess natural gender. c. Nouns which are neither masculine nor feminine are said to be of the neuter gender. 19. Endings for subject and object. Declension 1. Nominative, singular, a. Plural, ai. Accusative, am. Plural, as. Nouns of this declension are regularly feminine. 20. Endings for subject and object. Declension 2. Nominative, singular, masculine, us. Singular, neuter, Plural, masculine, e. Plural, neuter, a. Accusative, singular, masculine, Singular, neuter, Accusative, plural, masculine, os. Plural, neuter, a. 21. Base. The part of the noun to which the endings are added is called the base. Thus, base, port, gate. Nominative, singular, porta. Plural, portai. Accusative, portam. Plural, portas. Base, amic, friend. Nominative, singular, amicus. Plural, amici. Accusative, singular, amicum. Plural, amicos. 22. Exercise. Write out the base, the meaning, and the nominative and accusative singular and plural of each noun in Vocabulary 1, in the special vocabularies at the back of the book, according to the examples given in 21. 23. Exercise. Learn Vocabulary 1, then write the following sentences in Latin. The verbs are not in the vocabulary, but are given in parentheses in the exercise without endings. When the subject of the verb is singular, add t to the form given. Add nt when the subject is plural. In Latin, the verb generally stands at the end of the sentence. 1. The lieutenant has, habe, a friend. Latin has no word for a, an, or the. Translate as though it were, lieutenant friend has. The friend sees, vide, the walls. 3. Towns have gates. 4. The town has not a gate. Not has in Latin. 5. The town has not a wall. 6. The lieutenants have friends. 7. The friends see the towns. 8. The girl sees the gates. 9. The girls see the gates. 10. The girls see the lieutenant. 24. Rules of syntax. Syntax is that part of grammar which treats of the construction of sentences. The substance of the following rules has been given in 14 to 23. They should be learned word for word and reviewed until perfectly memorized. The same method will be followed with other principles of syntax as they shall occur. Rule 1. The subject of a finite verb is in the nominative case. All parts of the verb, except the infinitive, are called finite. Rule 2. The direct object of a transitive verb is in the accusative case. End of Beginning Latin Lesson 2 by John Edmund Bars. Lesson 3 from Beginning Latin by John Edmund Bars. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 3. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Nicholas James Bridgewater. Lesson 3. Interrogative sentences, adjectives. 25. Questions with ne. Declarative sentences in Latin may be made interrogative by adding the syllable ne to the most emphatic word. Thus, does Sulla fear Marius? Timet ne sulla Marium? A word so attached is called an enclitic. Observe that the does of the English is not translated. 26. Questions with nonne. When the question contains a non, the ne must be attached to that word. Thus, does not Sulla fear Marius? Nonne sulla Marium timet? The word to which the ne is attached generally stands first. 27. Exercise. Write using the principles explained in 25 and 26. 1. Have the lieutenants friends? 2. Do the friends see the gate? 3. Does not the girl see the gate? 4. Has not the town a wall? 5. Has not the lieutenant a friend? 28. Adjectives. Adjectives in Latin have endings which indicate their gender, number, and case. The gender, number, and case of an adjective must be the same as that of the noun which it modifies. Thus, nominative or accusative neuter singular, magnum oppidum, a large town. Nominative plural, multae portae, many gates. 29. Adjectives of the first and second declension. There are two classes of adjectives in Latin, adjectives of the first and second declension, and adjectives of the third declension. Adjectives of the first and second declension have endings as follows. A. The masculine endings are the same as those of masculine nouns of the second declension. B. The feminine endings are the same as those of nouns of the first declension. C. The neuter endings are the same as those of neuter nouns of the second declension. Review these endings as given in 19 and 20. 30. Exercise. Make a table like the following, putting in the blank spaces the proper forms of the adjective magnus, large, great. 31. Exercise. Copy the Latin of the following exercise. A. Adding to each noun its proper termination according as it is subject or object, singular or plural. B. Adding to each adjective its proper termination according to the rules given in 29. C. Adding to each verb the termination t. If its subject is singular, nt. If its subject is plural, and putting all verbs last in their sentences. The numbers under the nouns indicate the declension. Gender is indicated by the letters M, F, N, whenever it would not be clear from the rules given in 18 to 20 whether the word is masculine, feminine, or neuter. Has, habe, the large, magn, town, oppid, second neuter, many, mult, gates, port, first. 2. Many, mult, towns, oppid, have, habe, deep, alt, ditches, foss, first. 3. He, not expressed, give verb termination for singular subject, is besieging, oppugna, the same as besieges in Latin, the small, parv, town, oppid, second neuter. 4. The lieutenants, legat, second masculine, besiege, oppugna, few, pauk, towns, oppid, second neuter. 5. They, not expressed, give verb termination for plural subject. C. Vide, the high, alt, and et, long, long, walls, mur, second masculine. 32. Exercise. First learn the vocabulary. 1. Habetne Romanus gladium longum. 2. Magna oppida multas portas habent. 3. Puellae parvae fossam altam vident. 4. Nonne oppida altas et latas portas habent. 5. Parvum oppidum portas paucas et parvas habet. 33. Rule 3. An adjective agrees in case, gender, and number with the word which it modifies. End of Lesson 3 from Beginning Latin by John Edmund Bars. Beginning Latin, Lessons 4 and 5 by John Edmund Bars. Read for the LibriVox Language Learning Collection, Volume 4. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Nicholas James Bridgewater. Lesson 4. The Genitive. 34. Subject omitted. When the subject of a verb is a personal pronoun, he, she, it, they, the subject is generally omitted in Latin, unless for the sake of emphasis. By reference to the footnotes to 31, it will be seen that the termination t is equivalent to the singular pronoun he, she, it, and nt to the plural they. Thus, habet means he has, she has, or it has, according to the rest of the sentence. Similarly, habent means they have. 35. Review exercise. All the words of this exercise have been given in vocabularies 2 and 3. 1. He has many friends. 2. They have broad swords. 3. She sees many Romans. 4. Few towns have many gates. 5. They have few gates and small ditches. 36. Genitive. This is the name given to that case in Latin which corresponds to the possessive case in English, and also to the objective with of. The endings are as follows. Declension 1. Singular, I. Plural, arum. Declension 2. Note, masculine and neuter nouns in declension 2 end alike in the genitive. End note. Singular, e. Plural, aurum. 37. Exercise. Write the nominative, genitive, and accusative, singular and plural, of filia, daughter, numerus, number, telum, missile. 38. Exercise. Copy and complete the Latin words in the following phrases. Words which have already occurred are not given, and must be supplied. 1. A number of small missiles, tel, second neuter. 2. A great supply, kopi, 1, of grain, frument, second neuter. 3. Lack, inopi, of money, pecuni, both 1. 4. Of a number of large provinces, provinci, 1. 5. The daughters of many friends. 39. Exercise. Write in Latin after memorizing vocabulary 4. 1. Is he not besieging? Note, see footnote 2 to 31, end note. The walls of the town. 2. They see the lieutenant's supply of grain. 3. Have the towns a great number of gates? 4. They see the Romans' lack of missiles. 5. The Roman province has a large supply of money. 40. Rule 4. A noun used to limit or modify another noun is in the genitive case when the two nouns do not denote the same thing. Lesson 5. Reading lesson. Minerva. Minerva est dea. Footnote: est is and sunt are followed by the nominative in Latin as in English. See lesson 12 if fuller treatment is desired at this stage. End footnote. Statua est Minerva, Victoria est dea. Minerva et Victoria sunt deae. Graecia est terra, Attica est terra. Graecia et Attica sunt terrae. Minerva habet Galliam, Minerva habet Galliam et hastam. Minerva portat Victoriam, Victoria habet coronam et alas. Statua terram ornat, statuae et arae terram ornant. Puella deas laudat, puella pia rosas portat. Puella aram marmoriam ornat, flamma splendida deam delectat. Coronae marmoriae aram albam ornant. Minerva est dea magna, hasta longa et Gallia aurea deam magnam ornant. Terra statuas albas et marmorias aras portat. Unda est valida, undae purae oram altam pulsant. Herbae et olivae terram ornant. Oliva est iucunda, statuae marmoriae sunt pretiosae. Galeae aureae sunt splendidae. Attica non magna terra est, sed clara. End of Beginning Latin, Lessons 4 and 5 by John Edmund Bars. Recording by Nicholas James Bridgewater. Recorded in Oxford, England.